everybody. Thank you for watching. My name is Marshall, and for those who are new, welcome to The Process. And this is my awesome and loving and amazing husband, Vito.
What's happening?
First of all, before we get started, I want to say thank you for those who joined us on our very first live YouTube stream. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that. We hope that you saw it. If you did not, if you were not able to join us live, we pray that you was able to see it even afterwards. Please let us know if it came out clear, because on our end it was a really, really bad connection. So when we're watching it after the fact, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, we don't like it. I know she don't like it.
No.
And if she don't like it,
I almost
then, you know,
deleted it.
Yeah.
But
and the hubby don't like it.
Yeah. So, but today we're going to come to you with a video in regards to who are you? Do you really know who you are? The you that God created. Do you know what that looks like? Do you have any idea what that is? Well, today we're going to talk about that. And actually, if you see our t-shirts.
Yeah.
And for those who've been with me from the beginning, this is my lovely slogan that I have been
always using. While she's sleeping.
And
she's using. Talking in her sleep. You keep it moving.
Oh, be quiet.
I'm like, what the hello?
Anyway,
hello?
I will tell you where this actually came from and the testimony behind this particular message that God gave me way back when. All right? So, be you.
Yes.
And keep it moving. And we will be back. I had a really bad complex about myself. Did not like my complexion, did not like my gap, did not like my hair. Hated everything about me. And it came from, of course, my upbringing. And if you guys have not seen that video in regards to that, click the link above and you can kind of watch that testimony. Within that, I didn't really know who I was. So I was trying to figure this thing out, who I was. And who I was anything that I really liked in somebody else. So if I saw something in someone else, that's who I'm going to be that day. It was something they said or something they wore or something they did with, you know, with their hair. That's what I was going to do because I didn't really know who I was. So I'm just going to try to imitate.
You was a copycat.
Copycat, exactly. I was a copycat on who I wanted to be like.
And I cannot believe that you thought that way.
I did. And I remember
you was beautiful. Yeah, I saw the little pictures. You look cute, little Sarah.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, you still look the same.
Well,
I mean, if they was to see your baby pictures and all that, you still look the same.
Oh, well.
She ain't aged at all, y'all.
Inside, I was
58 years old.
You still know what? I am not 58.
Is that an offense?
You lie.
Is that an offense? Do they know how old you are?
No.
Oh, you're not 58?
No, I'm not 58.
When your birthday?
Anyway, you guys. I'm not ashamed of my age. I'm 41 years old.
That's right. And a beautiful 41. You look like you're 14. Don't be I can kiss a 14. I cannot kiss a 14-year-old unless she's my daughter. You trying to kiss me, you 14 years old. That don't make no sense.
Anyway, I remember this. This was like the most, this was a time in my life I was really, really down. And I was suicidal.
Do you mean the age you were at that time? Because it was before Christ.
I was going to clubs.
You in your 20s, you think?
I think maybe my 20s or early 20s maybe.
Early 20s.
But I went to a club with my friend, and she was Redbone. For those who have not seen that video, she was Redbone. And everyone wanted to talk about the Redbones. Yeah. You know, that was when they were in.
Yeah.
And I've already had an issue with who I was, my complexion, how I looked and everything, and tried to hide it with makeup and all that other stuff and weave or whatever. This particular day, I would not forget. I was staying over her house, and everyone was asleep. And I could not sleep that night. And I went into the bathroom, and I closed the door, And I just looked in the mirror. And what I saw was straight horrific. What I saw was dreadfulness, depression, no purpose. And all the things I can think of negatively, I thought it. Why am I here? What's my purpose? I hate myself. No one loves me. No one would ever love me. I mean, and all these thoughts of the enemy at the time was going through my mind. And I'm contemplating, how can I end this? And then I started to scratch myself in the face until I was bleeding. And I was just scratching and I scratched, tears running down my face. And I'm scratching because I'm like, I hate myself. I hate it. Why was I born? And I remember praying to God and asking God to take my life. And this was when, again, I was like, why am I here? And I failed, you know, trying to figure out how can I do this myself, but I was a coward. So like, you know what, God?
I'm glad you failed.
Aren't
y'all glad she failed?
I want you to take care of the situation. And I cried and I prayed and I cried. I'm like, God, if you are truly real, and I'm so happy he did not hear my prayer and actually answer my prayer. If you're real, if you love me, you would take my life.
That's what you told him?
Yes, and I'm crying, guys. I'm crying. I'm depressed. And I just was like, I don't want to be here anymore. In my tears, I fell asleep. And the next day, I woke up. So now I'm angry with everybody, including God.
You still look the same too, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
Nothing changed. And
no more blood running on your face and stuff like that, scratches and stuff.
So here it is. I'm like, God, you don't even love me. Because if you love me...
He would have did what you told him to do.
Exactly. Fast forward. Now, I have a relationship with God.
Yes, you do.
Do I still have issues with insecurities? Yes, I did.
What way? I didn't know that.
It's called...
I can't tell that because she's very, you know...
You didn't know me when I first got saved. I got saved when I was...
I'm talking about now. Now you still have some insecurities?
No.
Oh, okay. That's what you sound like you said.
No, after I got saved...
Okay.
In 99... My insecurities didn't just poof, be gone.
Okay, then there's that poof, the magic dragon.
So... Here it is. I'm still trying to figure out. Not only am I trying to figure out my relationship with God, now I'm trying to figure out who am I? Who's this person that God has created? So I remember one day.
I want you right now.
I was asking God, seriously, babe?
Yeah.
Seriously.
You sexy, baby.
So I'm asking God. I'm asking God. No.
Give me a kiss. I'm gonna let you finish. Give me a kiss. I have to give you a kiss right now.
So I don't know why you.
Oh, you ain't gotta edit nothing now. Just give me a kiss. Okay, go ahead.
So one day I asked God, I said, God, use me. And I kept asking him to use me. He kept saying, I want to use you. I want to use you. Well, God, I'm ready. I'm ready. Use me, Lord. Use me. He said, I'm going to use you, and I want to use you. And I'm thinking, God, when? I really want to be used. And I don't know how many times I had to beg and plead that God would use me. I felt like I was still at a standstill. And I remember God, as clear as day, saying, daughter, I want to use you. But I want to use the you that I created and not the you that you created. The one you've imitated, the one you've copied, the one that, you decide to go draw and create yourself. I want you to reach inside and figure out that you, and that's the you I want to use. And that thing stuck with me for years, even now. And what it tells me is this. In order for God to get the full glory out of everything he tells you to do, you have to know who you are first before you can do it anointed, before you can do it accurately, before you can do it right. There's so many people that's doing things and they don't even know who they are.
Right.
So
it's
not
really... want to get married and they don't know who they are.
Exactly. And God he was telling me, whatever I say do it. That's what the moving stand for. Keep it moving. but know who you are first. That's why, be you and keep it moving, because that way, no matter what I tell you to do, because you know who you are in me, no one can say anything else. And that thing stuck with me, because everything that I felt I was doing, I wanted to bring God's glory. And I can't really bring him that full, glorious potential that I know that he wants from me until I know the person that he created.
Yeah.
The me.
Yeah.
Not the me I created, but the me he created.
Yeah.
And that goes deeper than just looking in the mirror. That starts on the inside out.
Right. Relationship development.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
people know if you're faking the funk.
Yeah.
You guys know when we're faking the funk.
Yeah.
You would know if this isn't real. You would know if we're faking. You would know if we just giving you a punch of, whatever.
Because the Holy Spirit will tell them.
Right, exactly. So if I didn't know who I was in Christ, I couldn't do this right here.
Right.
And comfortably. And I couldn't just, it wouldn't be able to flow, or I'll be trying to worry about, okay, am I doing it right over here? Am I cute enough right here? So whatever God is telling you to do, figure out who you are first.
Sin hides you from God.
It does.
Sin hides you from the purpose of what God has for you. Adam, where art thou? Because you got sin in your life, it can cause you, and that's why you won't know who you are. It's all about getting that out of your life and start living a holy life. So you will learn and know who you are based on what God has purposed you to be. But it takes you to get out of that sinful lifestyle.
But,
not perfect.
I wasn't, I had just given my life to Christ.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any known sin other than me not liking who God created.
It's your heart.
It wasn't like I was,
Out
sexing
there.
around
Right.
or, doing whatever I felt I should have been doing in the flesh. It was more so rejecting what God has created. And even in that situation can cause you to doubt God. It can cause you to question him and not trust him. It'll test your faith.
I got something for
So
you.
even in the midst of me just getting saved and God asking God to come in my heart, I had to really, because you can be a believer and lack faith.
Well, that's what I was wanting to say. Yeah, go ahead. I want to say this, not cut you off, but remember you said it was your faith in God still. Without faith, whatsoever is not of faith is sin in the eyes of God.
Well, I didn't want them to think that they were, cheating and doing all this.
Right.
And then that's the reason why you have, issues with not knowing who you are. No. Right. And so my thing is this: if God has told you to do whatever it is you feel in your heart to do, make sure you know who you are in him. Make sure you know your purpose and do it. Yeah. And sometimes we not knowing who we are can stop us from obeying God, because we feel like we're not adequate enough. We feel like, we're not smart enough. We feel like we don't have it all together yet. But when you know who you are in Christ, those things won't matter. Right. All you know is, I'm a child of God. Right. He told me to do it. Therefore, I trust him that it will get done. So that's the be you I'm talking about. It's within who you are, and it's protruding out so that people can see who you're representing. Because anything you're doing, you should be doing it to represent Christ so that he may be glorified. In all your works, so people can see your good works so that he may be glorified. But you can't do that if you don't know who you are in Christ. Because people can look at you and say, well, what she thinks she doing? What he think he doing?
Trying to be like
so-and-so.
I love what you said at the beginning. When you said you tried to be whoever it was that day. You tried to be like the person who you like, because you didn't know who you were. Right. You didn't know the value of who God created you to be. Right. And even after Christ, some people still do that now. They're trying to be like someone, who they have chosen. Say, okay, I want to be like this person because I love this person. Like your favorite actress.
She's my inspiration.
Right.
I don't be like her, but she's my inspiration.
But that's what I'm saying. Without the maturity level of knowing who you are, you can try to be like her.
Exactly.
You know, so we have a tendency of doing that. So even after Christ, it is a danger. It's a danger side to not knowing who you are and learning, okay, God, who am I?
Everybody want to be Michael Jordan.
Yeah, everybody want to be like this person. I mean, don't get me wrong. Hey, the influence or, you know, kind of looking and observing and watching.
Inspirations are fun.
Yeah, it's an inspirational thing. But, I mean, you're talking about people who I know, brothers who I knew, that they were so involved with serving individuals, religious leaders, that they wanted to act like the religious leader. You see what I'm saying? Their talk was even like them. The way they conduct themselves was even like them. And they really didn't know themselves. They didn't know who they were in God. Because, you know, because God creates...
Because we were like
all
that.
of us. Yeah, we were like that. You know, but God creates everyone individually for a different purpose. And what comes along with that purpose? A different type of character.
Right.
You know,
that's why you have to be very careful who you hang with.
Yeah, Lord.
Because if you don't know who you are in Christ, you would try to imitate. I remember there was a young lady who we tried the friendship thing, but because she didn't know who she was at the time, God hadn't showed me who I was, and I had to develop in who I was.
Yeah.
But she wanted to dress like me. She wanted to act like me. She wanted to, you know. It's just a lot of things that her hair, if I cut my hair, she cut her hair.
Yeah.
If, you know, I wore this, she wouldn't, and she bought it.
And how did that happen? Just tell them how that happened.
You talking about when someone told them to mentor
They came
me?
To you.
Yeah. Yeah.
They came to you and asked you. Go ahead, tell them.
Someone came to me and asked me if I would mentor this particular person.
It was a person in leadership.
And I said, sure. And that's how it all started. And that's fine if you just look up to someone and you really respect them, and that's, you know, and that's okay. But it can be dangerous when you don't know who you are, because now you can't even hear the voice of God about what you're supposed to be doing, because you're so focused on this person and what they're doing. Just like if God is telling someone to sing and you feel like, oh, I like that, so I want to sing. And God said, no, I don't even want you to sing. I want you to go over here and teach. I don't like teaching. Teaching isn't glorious. I want to sing because it gets me in front of people. So, and I see that Beyonce is so awesome. I want to do that. Go ahead and try it if you want to. See what happens.
Some people are intelligent to handle certain things that you're not. Now, you go in there and try to go to that same school that they went to, you going to flunk out the first semester.
Like you did.
Like I did. See, I went to the school where I knew that my god brother, he's very smart. I tried to go to the same school he went to. Yes, I graduated, but I graduated with C's and D's while he graduated with A's.
And he is now...
He's doing the job that he was doing. Me, I ain't doing that job because he was an inspiration to me, but... I didn't know anything about having a relationship with God. I didn't know who I was, you know.
Or what you're supposed to be doing.
Right. What I'm supposed to be doing.
What's my purpose.
Right.
You don't even know your purpose because you're trying to figure out somebody else's purpose.
And you're so inspired, and that's why I'm totally in agreement with you. It's okay to be inspired, you know, but there's a danger side of that when you start allowing what they're doing to basically inspire you to do what they're doing, when really actually God could be really prepping you for something else. But he just kind of using them to kind of, you know, plant a little bit of seed of that adrenaline, that desire, that passion to get something, you know, I guess move. I guess you want to say move, but yeah, man, please, I flunked.
And when it comes down to...
I ain't get a job either.
Dating and relationships, it plays a very vital role in your life, because even moving could mean moving in regards to getting ready to, you know, God want to push you into relationship when he believes this is for you.
Marriage.
But if you don't know who you are, then when that guy comes, it's all going to be about the guy. When that girl comes, it's going to always be about that girl. And God said, no, I need you to know who you are so you're not distracted even when I send them. Don't stop doing what you've been doing. If you've been doing whatever you've been doing before I brought that person,
the perfect will of God,
that person is supposed to enhance what you're already doing, not stop you, and it's all about them. You know, what do? Whatever they like to do. What's your color? You remember, you know, color Coming to America? Whatever favorite color you like to do. What's your favorite food? Whatever favorite food. Go,
so if I tell you to bark like a dog, you gonna bark like a dog.
Yeah,
okay,
woo,
yeah, bark like a dog. Woo, woo, woo.
So even in that, you guys, the person that wants you, seriously, this is my lovely best friend, and she is interrupting our video.
She has no clue.
We'll talk to her later. So just understand, you guys, that when God has really, when he wants you to do whatever it is He's called you to do, and when you know who you are, it doesn't even matter what it is that you're doing, because anything God is telling you to do is going to bring increase. It's not going to bring regret. It's going to bring blessings to other people. It's not a selfish thing. It's going to bring you closer to God because you know who He is. So don't take it for granted, because being you is very important. And if you don't know who you are, go back to your manufacturer. Christ knows who you are. Mm-hmm. Who am I, God? And why was I born? And what's my purpose? I need to know who I am, so when I do what you do, I can do it with confidence, with power, with faith, with trust. And that's what this message really means. Be you and keep it moving. And moving means whatever it is God has told you to do.
It starts with you being a child of God first.
Relationship with God.
Coming from a believer, I am a believer, but coming from that stage of being a believer to now learning that, okay, I'm a child of God too. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Some people get stuck in that believing stage, and that's it. That's where they continually walk their life. Hey, I'm a believer. I'm saved. Okay, but when you're dealing with God, the Father, He is always wanting us to progress, like to different levels of knowing who He is, you know, and understanding not, it just doesn't start and stop here as being a believer. But it also starts now. It's like a marriage. It's like
we don't get married and say, okay, we're done. We already married.
Right.
No, you have to work this.
You have to know. Yeah.
Right.
You have to work it. Yeah. Exactly. You have to work it.
All right, you guys. Well, we just want to say thank you guys so much. If you are interested, this is my #2 shirt. If you are interested in this, I will have all styles. I even created one with the V-neck, the fitted one. These are our
mugs.
We have all colors, just so you guys can see. This
you got orange too.
Pretty green. So if you're interested, just check the link at the bottom. We do love you guys. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for your comments, your inspirations, and your support, and your encouraging words, your love, and all that jazz. We do really love you. Sometimes I want to take you guys and just hug you because of the obedience that you are really just walking in when you're, you know, commenting us, all right?
Just to kind of let us know when they make their comments, where they make.
Yes, we would love to know exactly where you are, where you located when you're watching the videos. We have people from New Mexico now, from Europe, from Africa, California. You know,
Denmark.
We really want to know where you guys are from. We're here in Florida. So we really want to see how far the messages are really going. All right. We do love you guys. If you have any questions, you know how to get in contact with me. Look in the description box. All right. Email me, comment me. That's all good. So don't forget, be you.
And keep it moving, baby.
And keep it moving.
And keep it moving.
Bye.
Peace.